Alright, I think we're recording. So, I guess this is a warm-up video because I just filmed a video about making, well, it's still there. Filmed a video about making cheap steak, but today's the second day and I'm about to film the second part, but I need to warm up a bit because I haven't had my coffee. So, here we go. We're going to do a little almost impromptu 360 video. You can see my whole kitchen. You can turn around, look how small it is. Well, it probably looks quite big on the wide angle. Well, this is as wide as it gets. It's like 360 angle. Like, you can't get any wider than that. I don't know how. Like, the field of view is like, instead of like that or that, it's like the whole thing. So anyway, so this is the warm up. But I'm going to upload them out of sequence. Often in the film industry, people, the film crew, it's just easier to film things out of sequence. So this is actually going to be filmed out of sequence, but appear after the two videos on sous videing. So I'm just setting up, but thought I wouldn't waste an opportunity to record and do a bit of practice vlogging. I'm just putting away my dishes that have been washed in the dishwasher. Notice I'm in Hong Kong and I have a dishwashing machine. It's actually quite rare. Even in Australia, our family house, we don't have a dishwasher because my dad's quite against saving energy and effort and using a machine. He likes to it's quite interesting. My dad likes to wash the dishes at home, and I can't stand washing dishes. I hate it. It's the worst thing ever. Probably because of my upbringing, having to wash the dishes unnecessarily. But anyway, best thing, if you don't have one, you should get one. It saves water and saves the electricity as well. I mean, actually, I think it just saves water because no, you still got to boil the water when you. Anyway, it usually uses less water unless you're super conservative and wash in a tiny little bowl and save every last drop. Yeah, so anyway, but you still got to put the dishes away, as you're seeing here. And it still takes a bit of effort. That really hurt. Okay. It's a problem with Hong Kong, there's not much floor space, as you can see. Look. Oh, that hurt. Oh, my leg. It's probably gonna bruise. Oh. Can't remember what I was saying now. Something about the dishwasher. Okay, I think I'm okay. Let me check. Yeah. Anyway, that's the dishwasher. Next is I'm gonna make a coffee. I already made a coffee with a bag drip on this channel, but today I've run out of bag drip. No, actually I have a couple. I'm going to take them camping. But today I have purchased myself the gold standard of coffee, Nescafe Gold Original. And it's got some other language in it, so it's what they call a parallel import. They bring it in, well, some countries, like the goods are cheaper because of the really unfair monetary system we have. So some countries, like just their economy's not as good. So, you know, the same exact product will sell for much less in another country because it's like a third world country or it's like a less developed country. But it's the same product, or sometimes it's not. Maybe it's a lower grade or something. But for all intents and purposes, it's pretty close, if not exactly the same. So what they do is they sell the same product in a country that isn't as developed for cheaper, and then people go, oh, well, there's an opportunity here. I can take that cheaper product, which is the same in this country, and then bring it over and then charge a little bit less and then make a profit on the difference. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So I bought this for, I think it was like $60, Hong Kong dollars, so about 10 Australian dollars, about 8 US dollars, something like that. Now I've got a lot of coffee for cheap, and I'm going to make my morning drink. I'm going to show you the new way to make coffee. Should I do ice or should I do hot though? That's the question. Well, let's do ice today. So first, you do need some hot water. Now I've got my Xiaomi water filter. It's like a Brita brand one, but it's Xiaomi. It's a bit cheaper. Got to save money and do what you can in Hong Kong, because it's not easy to be a professional photographer or videographer, or I should say, during these times of COVID. A little tough. Like, all my events are cancelled and all my jobs are cancelled, and Hong Kong's trying to make sure we have 0 infections. We've got a few thousand now, or 1,300 today. It's going up because how are you going to stop COVID? We tried, shut down everything, and then, you know, and I guess they're trying to find a balance between infection rates and like not overwhelming the hospital system. So anyway, boil some water. Got my ice machine here, of course. The most popular video on my channel for some weird reason is me unboxing this thing, and then it's even more boring than the average video on here. But anyway, got the Water ice maker, and it is stopped because the flap is down. Now see? Now it is now it's gonna make more ice. But anyway, I got like plenty of ice. Notice they're all broken up, so it hasn't actually like made any new ice. That's the Water ice maker, which I love. Although it is a bit scary sometimes, because in the middle of the night, it makes the ice there, and then the ice drops and makes this big crashing sound, and I always think, oh, someone's come to murder me. It makes me like, a little bit scared, especially like 2 in the morning when you're half asleep. You hear this crash, and then you kind of pour water in there. You can see it's mostly almost empty, but there's enough for a tray or 2 of ice. That's gonna make some ice, but we've already got some. Back into the kitchen, and probably noticed earlier I put the light there. See that? It's just a little dark in here, and I noticed in the last video that it was a little grainy, so I've just tried to improve the image quality by increasing the light. That's a way you can do it. Or you could, with ISO you can't adjust when it's too dark, but you can also get a full frame camera or a brighter lens. That works, but not if you're on the 360 camera, because you're kind of stuck with the lens it has and the sensor it has. But okay. So coffee. That's right. Oh yes, this is the coffee. So get your Nescafe Gold. Gold meaning it's the best of Nescafe, I guess. Instant coffee, gold. Probably says Arabica coffee or something. Oh, it says in the front, but it's in some other language. Don't even know what language that is. Arabica. I think a lot of people like those beans. Oh, my water's boiled too, so that's good. Gonna give a couple spoonfuls of coffee while I spill it all over my kitchen. Okay, a little bit more, So you got about that much coffee. It's probably a bit strong, but I like it strong. Then I have my Meadows, which is like a, what is Meadows? Like a generic brand, non-dairy coffee creamer, because if I take actual dairy, I'm gonna be in here for a little while. it's not going to be nice. So I've got my non-coffee dairy creamer, which is actually just coconut oil. But actually, I could just use butter, couldn't I? I might try that another day, or should I try it now? Quick decisions. Alright, you know what? Half and half. I'll put a little bit of this non-dairy coffee creamer. Okay, so you can see, got a little bit, right? You can see that? Hope you can. It is smooth and creamy, which it is. Ingredients are glucose syrup, so like sugar, I guess. Hydrogenated palm kernel oil. Oh, I thought it was coconut, but it's palm kernel oil, so like I think somewhat unhealthy oil. And then you got some stabilizers, sodium caseinate, I don't know what that is. More emulsifiers, stabilizers, and then emulsifiers. Anti-caking agent, so it doesn't like clump up in there. This product contains milk product. This product contains milk product, but it's non-dairy. Interesting. Milk product containing like non-dairy creamer that contains milk. Doesn't make sense. This product contains milk product. Wow. Now you know that your non-dairy creamer contains milk product. Well, tell you what is a milk product. Butter. Alright, I haven't done this before, but it's good to experiment with it. So I got some butter. I've got like Daisy salted butter. I think it's from New Zealand or something. Oh, origin Australia. So yeah, this I think it's expensive here in Hong Kong. Like, there are no cows in Hong Kong. That's a problem. So I'm just gonna grab myself a bit of butter to replace the milk. I mean, like butter in your coffee. Well, what milk is like fat. Like milk contains fat and water emulsified. So it's kind of a replacement for it. It is from a cow, but it doesn't have as much lactose, I suppose, which is what gets me. It gets my stomach, and then the stomach goes eject, and then it really does eject, and it's not that nice. Kind of looks a bit like coffee, but lumpy. Anyway, I shouldn't be so disgusting on this channel. Okay, so got my three things. I haven't done this before, so it's a bit of an experiment. I'm gonna whisk it with a fork. So what I'm gonna do now is get some boiled water here. I'm gonna make like a concentrate. So I'm only gonna put a little bit. There you go. See that? Not that much. Let's see if this will melt into it, and see if I can emulsify it. Emulsify just means mix water and oil, because usually it doesn't mix, right? Usually, like oil floats on top of water, but if there are ways to make it mix, and one of them is egg yolk. Egg yolk. You can use egg yolk to mix water and vegetable oil, and the product is, I'll let you say it. The product is, and if you said mayonnaise, you'd be correct, and if you didn't, then now you know. It's mayonnaise. It's emulsification of vinegar. Sorry, I said water, didn't I? Well, vinegar and vegetable oil. Yeah, I think, yeah, something like that. Hey, it looks like it's actually emulsified. I guess the emulsifiers in the non-dairy milk-containing creamer actually help. See, I don't know if you can see, but it's mixed in there. It's not like a layer of floating oil. Okay, so that's the first step. Next step is to put the filtered water in to get it from ice, cold. I mean, to get it from hot to cold. There you go. Oops. And then I think half we should do. And then the next step is to go and we'll get some ice in there. Alright, now, by the way, you can see the ice machine is kind of filling up these little square holes. So it is actually forming ice on the side of those metal edges. That's how it works. By the way, if you're looking at my face real close, you've got the camera. Whoops, not the camera. You've got the video. Oh, just keep dropping ice everywhere. You got the video facing the wrong way. Turn it around using your tools. Probably your finger if you're on a phone, or your mouse if you're on a big screen. And I have to warn you, this doesn't look too good on a big screen because it's just the Garmin Action Camera 360 is just not sharp enough. It shoots in 4K, but that's 4K instead of 4K in a little box like this. It's 4K like front and back and top and down and everywhere, so it doesn't look that sharp. Draftlier commented, why does it look like it's 480p? And that's because like this area here is probably only 1080p, and this area here is 1080p. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be that much. It'd be like 300p, 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 300p. But all combined, it's 4K. So it's actually a lot of data, but unfortunately, there's like a whole entire 360 view that it needs to have that data in. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so got some solid bits, but I think that's the milk fat in the butter, or the milk solids, because there are like, butter does contain like milk. It's like you get milk and then they make it, they separate it somehow. I think they just use like gravity, separate the top bit, and that becomes the cream or the butter or something. Anyway, I don't really know exactly, but you know, this is my butter coffee. That's iced coffee. Give it a try. Just kidding. It's not too bad. So yeah, first time for me. Butter iced coffee. I think most of the fat got mixed in here, and then but some of it stuck on the side. So maybe it works better if you use have a hot coffee. But this worked okay. There's a bit of a solid butter taste to it. And it can also be argued if butter is healthy or not, so yeah. Now I guess that's something for another video, but some people like to have a high-fat diet, and then they say that fat doesn't make you fat. Well, that's very interesting. And you know, when they fatten cows up, they feed cows grain. They don't give them a steak, or that'd be a bit cannibalistic, but they don't give it oil, or they don't give it butter. That's also a cow product. Anyway, yeah, to fatten up cows, they give it grain, not fat. So maybe there is a bit of truth to that. The other thing is the health thing, like, is fat healthy? And you know, that's another thing to ask, and I'm not really the expert on it, but paleo people, they eat the diet from the anyway, the paleo era of humans, when dinosaurs were around. They didn't have McDonald's to go to, so they'd just go, or they didn't have like a box of cereal with sugar and corn syrup, so they'd just eat like a dinosaur or a cow or something. Just eat meat mostly, and some berries and stuff. So the idea is humans kind of evolved or got used to that diet and survived. So yeah, anyway, this video should end now because I'm about to start the next video, which is actually going to appear before this video. So if you go to the previous video, you'll see me making the sous vide steak, which is going to be my breakfast. So don't forget to unsubscribe and thumbs down this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I do enjoy this practice making videos and getting comfortable in front of the camera can be a bit scary, but if you do it enough, it becomes kind of natural, which is what I'm trying to achieve. So I hope I have done that successfully. And on that note, I'll catch you on the previous video. Ching!